4, 2, and 1. And as this room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on, baby. The name is Law Nation. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Cowboys Jerry Wayne Jones. The never-ending story can be resolved if. Stay tuned for more information. Come on. This is Law Nation. We operating about, let's say, 89% law. Come on, baby. About 89%. Let's get it. They really say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation's groove? From my studios to yours. Brought to you by Underdog. And of course, Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm. Come on, baby. Come on. Yeah. Let's get it. 5, 4. Put 89% in the chat, baby. Wait till I get 100. Boy, y'all gonna feel me when I get to 100. Yeah. Come on with it. Come on with it. That boy said glory.
What more do you want?
But what we tell him, baby? Yup.
What is your profession?
Law. Hey, come on. Come on with it. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and being part of these type of episodes brought to you by Law Nation Sports. So with that being said, Jerry Jones could resolve all of this if he just be committed to his commitment, because at the end of the day, the news of Mike Vrabel is still out there saying that he's linked to the Cowboys. And we all know that that's something that Jerry Jones control, right? So what I would say, ladies and gentlemen, is let's stop all of this, Jerry, and let's be committed to your commitment. Meaning that, hey, if you want to, ladies and gentlemen, dismiss all of this. All Jerry got to do is say, Mike McCarthy is my guy. I'm bringing him back. And we don't have to go through this rigmarole. And he can just say, Mike Zim is his guy. He's bringing it back. So we don't have to go through this rigmarole, right? So it's the same thing, but just in a different situation. Because we know that Jerry Jones like to operate and move a certain way. And that's just how this goes. I can't imagine working in a situation with a boss like Jerry Jones would hate working there. Yeah, it's Toxic Tom. You would hate it like, man. Toxic Tom would put something in that coffee, though. Say, here you go, Jerry. Jerry, here you go, Jerry. Jerry, drink, Jerry, drink. Yeah. So that is the situation here. I think that me and Boss Cowboys Sports last night, shout out to Paul, we went over like what other coaching candidate would be better for this job right now, far as what coaching candidate got a better resume than Mike McCarthy. And it was crickets. Like, what coaching candidate do you guys know, or do you guys know of that will be better than Mike McCarthy right now? You know, y'all let me know in the chat. Who would be a better situation for the Dallas Cowboys right now at his natural form, ladies and gentlemen? And as I sip on my libations to help me, get things going, let me know in the chat. I don't know, So is Mike Vrabel a disciplinarian, a Territorian? Yeah. But I heard news that, Toxic Tom says Ben Johnson would be a better candidate than Mike McCarthy. Okay. Based off of what? Because, on his resume, he don't have head coaching experience. And he don't have the Super Bowl. You know how that goes, Toxic. So Jerry's gonna look at those old school. Y'all remember back in the days when you had to have your resume typed out a certain way, business format. I forgot all of the formats. It's been many of years. But, there's a certain way that you had to have your stuff typed out, Jerry Jones is that old school guy. He ain't used to the email resume. He want the old school hard copy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ron Rivera. Oh, Lord, come on now. You think Ron Rivera, somebody says Riverboat Ron is better than Mike McCarthy? Oh, Lord. And you got to also quantify that Jerry Jones is a real cheap SOB, He's a real cheap SOB. He don't want to spend more than $5 million. I say, Jerry, what's your budget for this new coaching hire? 4.5. What you mean 4.5? Well, that's how much I pay for a Super Bowl kind of caliber coach like Mike McCarthy. So that's all I'm willing to do. Ryan Mitchell says John Gruden. Gruden to me is better than Mike McCarthy. Yeah, I like that. Oh, I like that. But that email thing that he got, they gonna chew him up and spit him out over here in Dallas. Yeah. So he gonna have to, yeah. John Gruden, yeah, he ain't gonna be able to get that up out of here. Yeah. But I get you, Gruden. Yeah, I would like John Gruden here, but it ain't gonna work though. Gruden suck. The Kennedy said Gruden suck. yeah, Gruden, the Gruden grinder. Riverboat sank to Washington. But I get it. If I'm like my guy Toxic Tom, if it's any guy that I would love to have. And if you're gonna bring back old man Mike Zim, then give me Ben Johnson. Yeah, give me Ben Johnson. Give me him. But the only problem is the cash, the money, the remuneration. So those are things that we have to solidify with far as the fact that the Cowboys don't like to spend. And that's the problem there. So the Gruden build. Well, let's look at some of the Brock Hoffman's developments here before I get things going in the other directions here. Like I said, I'm 89%, so y'all bear with me. All right, so we can talk about the fact that this offensive line, when Brock Hoffman is now inside, pause if necessary, is better than what they were the first few weeks. I think that with Brock Hoffman now, he's a grinder addition. He's a guy that can move and he can get to the second level, put his hands on people, and he can move things out the way. So what I'm doing, I'm just trying to segue over into another conversation here. Because I would love for Ben Johnson to take the ability of this particular team and see what he can maximize, right? But before we go into the draft, we got to figure out all of the pieces that we need. And I don't want us to overdraft in a spot whereas we're trying to develop another offensive lineman. We could be good right where we at right here if we continue if we continue to use these younger guys like what we have here. BB at right guard is a savage. Shout out to you, JT. Appreciate you. JT said, salute Trip Aces. Love Hoffman Clips Law. This is Boss Cowboys Sports. Appreciate you. Shout out to him. So it's one of those things. What is the number one goal for 2025? What is the number one goal for 2025? If you're going to go ahead and rip out your defensive coordinator and you're ripping out your offensive coordinator, well, your head coach, Mike McCarthy, then your number one goal is to understand who are your stars, who are your star-studded players. So I'm with the notion that you build upon what things that worked out for the 2024 season. And the things that we seen that improved on is that we do know that Kevontae Turpin can be more than just a gadget guy. We understand that. We do understand that also Rico, you got to pay him his money. And you don't want to pretty much showcase to the world that he can do this and then all of a sudden let him walk for peanuts, right? So I would say offer him a nice low contract, and if he really willing to take that contract, then you take that, right? But you don't have to go offer him the world, right? And then now you got a scrappy guy out of Brock Hoffman. You got a scrappy guy out of TJ Bass and Cooper Beebe, right? So those are foundational pieces that you can build upon. I'm not finna sit back and say that I'm very pleased with Jalen Brooks. I'm not finna sit back and say that I'm very pleased with Jalen Tolbert. So I'm doing what a guy that wears that wore the silver and blue with the star on the side of the helmet, and his name is the playmaker. I'm listening in to him. Here he is. This is what he had to say.
Big time receiver. Don't try to sell me on somebody that's dead and gone. Don't try to get me somebody in the third, fourth, fifth rounds. I need you to get me a big time first round receiver, or trade. But no, you got to draft him. You got to draft him because the money ain't gonna be right in the trade. So you just got to put your big resource right there. That's just the reality of that, and get back in this fight. Now you can build with the rest of the things. I can find a place here, find a person there, and we'll see.
So that's Michael Irvin thoughts on the team heading into 2025. But in order for a vision to happen, in order for all of this to be able to be something tangible enough, you first and foremost got to know who your head coach is going to be and your defensive coordinator going to be. You got to have that vision along with it, right? You just can't say, all right, I'm going to build all of these things without a head coach, right? Without a philosophy, a principle, and a scheme. So when I look at Tankathon, they got us with the 14th slot. Still the Cincinnati is ahead of us, the Colts, Miami, New Orleans, Chicago, the Jets, the Cleveland. All right, so what Michael Irvin said is that we need us a big-time wide receiver. Now, there's 2 wide receivers coming to my mind in the first round. Well, 3, but I know for sure Travis Hunter, he's not going to fall to the 14th spot unless, like my guy said, Vach Lombardi, gun under the seat. All of a sudden, him and his girlfriend get into it, and he have a gun under the seat, and he flash his gun or something, and now all of a sudden he's a domestic violence guy, and then he starts slipping in the draft. We wouldn't want that to happen to him, but, we've seen crazier things happen, right? Either that can happen, but we are not saying that that's going to happen, so he's not going to fall to the 14th spot. But there's another guy named Tet. I like him. I think that he 6'10", can catch anything that goes his way. I like what he can bring to the table. But this is a guy that when I use Tankathon's mock draft scenario, right? And they've been on the money. If you go check their previous history, they've been on the money. But they got Shador going to the Raiders, Cam going to the Giants, and then Hunter is going to the Patriots, okay? But I'm sliding all the way down to where it says right here, the Cowboys, number 14th, they going to get Luther Burden. Now, I know a lot of us looking at Ashton Genty going to the Cincinnati, and we're sitting here like, oh, Lord, But don't fret. Don't fret. And is he a big boy? No. Is he 6'5"? No. Is he 6'2"? No. He's about 5'10", 5'11". But he plays bigger than his size. And he's a guy that you shouldn't be afraid of. But when I click on this and they give us the full entree or the full menu of what the Cowboys going to get, they got Luther Burden. Then they got Omarion Hampton with the 45th selection. And then they got Marcus with the 76. Will you guys be okay if you figure out a way to have CD on one side? We know the whole storyline with Brandon Cooks. He may not return. This is the end of a contract for him. I don't know if they're going to bring him back for a cup of coffee. He had some bad knees and stuff like that on the first half of the season. But neither here nor there. You getting a more explosive guy out of Luther Burden, and then you can go get Omarion Hampton in the second. Let me know how you guys feel about that. It's too far down to even talk about the third round draft pick. I ain't there yet, Will you guys be okay with those two selections there? Paul says, yes, I would love Omarion. Pause, if necessary, right? Him plus Mingo. CD is a perfect mixture. Yeah. I'm trying to phase out Jalen Brooks, by the way. And let me know, is Luther better than Jalen Tolbert? Yes or no? Think about this lineup, though. This would be your 4 wideouts. You would still have CD. You will have Luther. Then you will have Jonathan Mingo. Mingo. Hopefully he can play Mingo. You know what I'm saying? Possibilities that Mingo can get out there. And then you will have Kevontae Turpin. Would you like those 4 wideouts? And you still probably, the Cowboys still keep Jalen Tolbert, though. They like him. So that will be your 5 wides right there. 5 wides. You have Jalen Tolbert still be in the mix. They can still keep 6. If you still love Jalen Brooks that much, right? Luther Burden is a baller. I would love that with a modern OC, though. Yeah. Toxic. When you see Luther, and I'm not saying that he is him, because a lot of people talk about the height. But him and Odell Beckham is standing like side to side, like shoulder to shoulder. Do you see like versions of Odell Beckham, as it relates to what he brings to the table? Or what do you see? T-Mac is better, Law. Now, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't help the draft, I couldn't help the mock draft thing. It just already this was all pre-done for me. So he went long time ago. He went with the 6th pick. So that's why we didn't have an opportunity to grab him, right? So yeah. So that's just how it goes, A lot of people were banging on the table for CD Lamb. But CD Lamb went to the 17th spot with us, right? And people were saying Henry Ruggs is better. Pick Henry Ruggs. Jerry Jeudy is better. Pick Jerry Jeudy. But, you just never know. I mean, if you could do the draft all over again, I think Justin Jefferson probably go first. It's just depending on what system you go to, right? But yeah, I'm not finna take away from Tet. I like his skill set. I like the tape. You guys put me on him. You know, remember I'm not a college football watching guy, but when I do watch the tape, you know, I will break it down to my best abilities. And we looking at this situation just like the running backs, just like the running back situation. Yeah. There's a lot of people. Yeah, Burden is definitely not a Debo. No, not at 5. Nah, he ain't no Debo. Debo don't look like Debo right now. I would say something about Debo, but man, I got some close ties to some of his people, but I think the Illuminati done got Debo. Shout out to Debo though. Don't come after me, Debo. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. Debo. Yeah. Some people caught what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But you know, some people don't. If you know what I'm saying, blink twice. Hey, it was a little zesty there, Debo. Oops. All right, but neither here nor there. Let me move on to the next conversation here, man. Yeah. They were like, Law disappeared for another 2-3 days. What happened to Law? Yes, indeed. Boy, I'm telling you. But neither here nor there. Yeah. Let me go to the next conversation at hand while we moving along here, because I want to talk about the growth aspect of why you want to maximize Rico and keep Rico with Omarion and these sorts of things. Boy, I'm in trouble, ain't I? I'm in trouble, ain't I? I'm in trouble, right? Oh Lord. Yeah, Law Nation is in trouble, boy. I tell you the truth, man.
I'm in Rico Dowdle, and the fact that he's improved significantly each week over the last month. Like, this blocking isn't perfect. Tyler Bass and Hoffman, they get the split, and Dowdle hits it. And he's on to the free safety right here. All right, he's got good vision. We've seen that. But now you're looking at Tyler Bass, you're looking at Guyton, Hoffman they're at center right now. They're moving guys around. They've had to because of injuries. All right, so they're cross-training. So let's watch. Like, they get a run blitz here on Cherylus. And Dowdle sometimes just got to make it right. Good push, though, by Bass and Steele. And look at his stance. Look at that nice little move. Okay? Dowdle's making good decisions. How about a little inside trap here? Tyler Smith on the trap. All right, Tyler Bass on a crossover, and Hoffman right here on the choke block. And there's going to be a little bit of a seam right there. Can you hit it? Like, don't take that. Can you hit it right there? There it is, right onto the free safety. Nice, well done. All right, now let's take a look here. Like, sometimes it's just not right. You got a run blitz here. They miss it. All right, sometimes running backs got to make it right. So go find the next dangerous man. And that's exactly what Bass does on Josie Jewell. All right, a couple more. Because you were seeing guys move all over the place. Now Guyton's at left tackle, right? So they're moving guys around. Lupke's at fullback. Here it comes. Now, Hoffman's going up to Josie Jewell. Like, all the action's out here to the corner. But look at Dowdle. He's using look at this cut. Man, really pressing the hole well. All right, now you got Udoka over at right guard, right? They're moving guys around.
Get him.
So they're cross-training. That's Solari. That's what Solari does. Machine Gun Mike. He's doing a good job. Good push right here. Good push with Udoka and Steele. It's good coaching. Tight ends are doing a good job. They're getting movement. And there goes Dowdle. Now, the guy's run for 400 yards in the last 3 games. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. Nobody's getting a whole lot more than 5 yards a carry at that position in the NFL. They're getting better up front. That's good coaching all the way.
Yeah, that's my guy Brian Baldinger on Rico, and that's why I say you don't want to throw away the baby with the bathwater, right? You want to keep some of this continuity for the 2025 season. And if it's any of the running backs that you want to keep is Rico. Let me ask y'all this. It just hit me. It just hit me. Maybe I'm crazy. I want to see y'all comments when I say this, and then we'll talk about Debo a little bit. You know. That's his name, Baldinger, right? Come on, that Element Prop. I know I ain't calling that man name wrong. Is his name Brian Baldinger? He can't help his name. You know, he's from the Baldingings crew. You know what I'm saying? They say they give you last names from what you used to do. If your last name was Smith, maybe you was a blacksmith. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Walker, you was a walker. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days. Let me say this. Don't shank me with the butter knife, y'all. But what if we can see a better Deuce Vaughn behind this offensive line? Or are y'all done with Deuce Vaughn? You know, what if Deuce Vaughn is just as good? What if, you know what? I'm just trying to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all think Deuce would be able to do something with that behind this version of offensive line, or he ain't him? He just ain't it. He just ain't it. They need to do a hard cut. Should they just cut Deuce Vaughn and Law just said his family gave him mouth hugs. No little legs. Hey, could we finally see Deuce in these next 3 games? Could it be a situation that they finally showcase little Deuce and the tiny Deuce Vaughn? You know, yeah. Should I tell you about the little Indian that could, you know? Y'all got to shank me? No, wait a minute. Do I have to get some shanks over here? You know, oh my gosh, man. I'm just saying.
Shame.
I'm just saying. We never got a chance to see. Y'all say, man, we'd just be blind to that, Law. No. Don't you try that with Deuce Vaughn, you know. So the answer is no. All right. So are you guys willing to get rid of all of the running backs on this team and to just roll back for the 2025 season with Hunter Luepke and Rico, and just replace it, you know, replace all what replenish, prune it. Yeah, that's a better word, prune it. Yeah, prune it, cut it off. Hey, have you ever seen farmers burn down the damn land, and they say, okay, we're gonna burn the soil, we're gonna burn it all the way down to the ground, and we're gonna move our crops to this side. And then we're going to start over and wait 2 or 3 years to come back and start growing stuff there. That's what we do. Should we just burn it all the way down? You know, what are the odds of Ezekiel Elliott coming back for the 2025 season? Now that odds is crazier than me being second cousin to Jerry Jones or something. Assuming that we don't bring in anyone outside help, no, I don't think that's a bad idea. Oh, and we forgot about Dalvin Cook. Yeah. Is Dalvin Cook injured? I don't know, man. He busy reporting. Oops. No shot at Pat No C. Walker. But yeah. but you still haven't seen them two in the same room at the same time. Yeah, you still haven't seen both of them at the same room. I'm just playing. Shout out to my guy. 0%, 2%. Yeah, 2% chance that Zeke is returning. Yeah, and shout out. I forgot all about Malik Davis, man. He's him and the Tooth Fairy are related, you know. Exactly what we do. Hell nah, we better. Yeah. So those are things that we have to look into. Hell no for Zeke. I see y'all, man. Shout out to Stacey Elliott. I know you watched the channel and everything. Shout out to you. Autocorrect is in the world. Zeke buying property in Cabo. Cabo, y'all crazy. Y'all flat out crazy with that today. Hold on right quick. Let me play that video back while I take it on this phone.
Way around. Let's examine Rico Dowdle and the fact that he's improved significantly each week over the last month. Like, this blocking isn't perfect. Tyler Bass and Hoffman, they get the split and Dowdle hits it. And he's on to the free safety right here. All right, he's got good vision. We've seen that. But now you're looking at Tyler Bass, you're looking at Guyton, Hoffman in there at center right now. They're changing, moving guys around. They've had to because of injuries. All right, so they're cross-training. So let's watch. Like, they get a run blitz here on Cherilus. And Dowdle sometimes just got to make it right. Good push, though, by Bass and Steele. And look at his stance. Look at that nice little move. Okay? Dowdle's making good decisions. How about a little inside trap here? Tyler Smith on the trap. All right, Tyler Bass on a crossover, and Hoffman right here on the choke block. And there's going to be a little bit of a seam right there. Can you hit it? Like, don't take that. Can you hit it right there? There it is, right onto the free safety. Nice, well done. All right, now let's take a look here. Like, sometimes it's just not right. You got a run blitz here. They miss it. All right, sometimes running backs got to make it right. So go find the next dangerous man. And that's exactly what Bass.
Yeah, that was Debo, man. He was mad at me. Oh, shit. boy, y'all ain't no good over here, man. I told you I got people, man, that reach out to me, man, about that Debo. Why you talking about me, man? Pull up on me, man. Come on with it. Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass. Oh my God.
Yeah, the Debo. They roasted him. Yeah. They roasted Debo. The damn Debo. What he doing? What Debo is doing? Debo! You got knocked the out, man. Let me quit. Boy, I ain't never welcome back to San Francisco again, boy. Debo! That boy said, I steal, I don't kill. Oh my gosh. All right, man. Shoot. All right, man. Where were we? We were talking about underdog, right? And the Cowboys are the underdog. And then underdog's number one fantasy in the NFL. Oh no, the underdog. See, I can't even do my read, man. I love y'all so much, but so y'all check out Underdog, man. Use promo code LAW. Underdogs, man. We ain't using law no more. He better go to them other people. Yeah, but if you select Underdog, download Underdog, use promo code. Wait a minute. We play the Bucks this weekend. Hold on. Let me show y'all how you can look it up. Dallas versus Bucks. They don't have it in here yet. See, I'm too quick on the draw right here. Okay, here we go. Well, clear all. Go to the Underdog. I'm messing up so bad. Devo got me shook over here, y'all. Debo really gonna come get me now. All right, when you download Underdog, be sure to use promo code LAW. On top of that, when you use LAW, they will match up to $100 on your first initial deposit, and they will give up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That's the thou wow for your mind. So long denied, Sean says, long denied. So y'all be sure to check out Underdogs. And this upcoming Thursday game, this is where we at. Okay. Justin Herb, Bo Nix, you got Javonte Williams, you got Gus Edwards. Before I go into any other thing, I like what the Harbaugh is doing over there in Chargers land. They look like a complete different team. Yes, indeed, they look like a complete different team. I think that they're going to be even more special when he get a chance to put his own more unique touches to it when you get into this draft, because he'll have a feel, a flow of the team and how everything is going. So check out Underdog and use promo code LAW. You can go more or less. And for example, they got Ladd going with 66.5 yards. You can go higher or lower. I'll go lower. This is going to be a grit game. This is going to be a game that you're going to have to run the ball. Denver don't allow a lot of yards in the air. They got stingy DBs, so you don't want to go with too much high yards. And then quietly, Herb been just having a solid season, just being right in the middle, not too spectacular, not too porous. But I would go with the lower with that, and then I would go with far as passing yards, I would go with lower here and these sorts of things. So y'all get how that goes, and then that's how you go with that. So you hit accept here, you accept it there, and then you put in your coins. For example, you put in 45 here to get $115, $112. But I'm going to go with the standard, and it's $224. Let me see if I got him down twice. No, I got it. Okay, good. We'll pay for it. And we're going to see what we can get from here. So we got 45 to get $224. That's enough. If we win, that's enough for me to get some tomahawk steak at Perry's, Perry's. We can go to Perry's and get us a tomahawk steak if we win that, okay? So we're going to hit this share button right here, and we all going to be eating tomahawk steaks if we win. Come on with it. So y'all be sure to check out Underdogs and get your Underdogs coins so we can all eat that tomahawk steak this next weekend, by next weekend. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. So there you go. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Harbaugh brothers are great. Can y'all imagine if we had the Harbaughs here? Like if he was here, how would y'all like this team, being a hard-nosed team that love to run the ball and these sorts of things? Jay Sar says, as much as Jerry Jones talk, do you think that the Cowboys are cursed because he doesn't pay his 10% ties? I don't know, man. Shoot. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know how that works, man. I don't know how that works, man. I don't know how that works, bro. I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, I can tell you that the Joneses are the Joneses. And tithes and offerings and all of that stuff don't always have to equate to coins, money. You know what I'm saying? It can equate to other things. So your time, what are you giving back and stuff like that. So it's too many bad people with a lot of money, bro. It's too many bad people with a lot of money. There's too many good people with no money. So I don't know how this all works, man. But I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, shoot, it is what it is. Laugh out loud. God is watching. What church he go to? Yeah, because they do play it a lot on Sunday. You know, they in competition. They in competition with the churches. You know, shoot. Now we are under the grace. Jesus took care of all of the curses. Yeah, he wants squirrel brains. Boy, y'all crazier than cat hair, boy. All right, so what we're going to do here is we move right along and get the call lines open. We doing score. What today is? Today Wednesday. We'll break down the Bucks tomorrow and as well as Friday, so it's too soon. But y'all can still give me your score predictions and stuff like that. But what I want to talk about today is draft position, who you want to draft, whether it's an offensive line, and I take BPA out because I know I'm going with BPA, but take that philosophy out. Let me know who you want to draft. It don't have it can be realistic, it can be unrealistic. I just want to know who you want to draft. You can say, hey, I want Travis in them. You know, I want Hunter. I want Will Campbell. I want Shador. I want to know who y'all want for the 2025 draft season. But before we go in, we just got to pay this commercial break. You know, one more commercial, boy. I got one more for y'all. It is all real, baby. Come on with it.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Yes, indeed. That's 817, and all of the threes you can dial are 214, and you will get hit up with a team of lawyers with great wisdom and understanding of the situation. They have over 100 years of combined experience. That's a lot of experiences, y'all. And they would take great care of you. They won't take advantage of you like the insurance company. So be sure to check out Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm. Come on with it. Anjay says, may you and your family continue to be blessed. Appreciate you. That's 657-390-7391. That's the hotline for your mind. From the 305, you're live on the nation, brought to you by FrankelFirm.com. Talk to me, bro.
What's good, Big Law? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
What's good with you?
Yeah. Dog, before you go further, you was damn near almost right. You was almost right. If you'd have called me a day earlier, you would have been right. I said, this dude.
What you mean?
You was on the Trey Parsons wave, wasn't you?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I like this. I said this mother sucker from the 305 was right, and then they shot that down. I like, woo. Yeah. Wait a minute, dog. Wait a minute. It sounds like you're underwater now, dog. You got to get up under that water now.
Nah, this the thing, man. I just feel like, man, he's our only way out to get more resources, man. That's all with it.
Okay.
I see it. Even your fan base. I've seen the comments. I'm like, dang, they over here killing me.
Yeah, they're killing you. The 305. Yeah. Yeah, they're killing you, bro.
I got a couple of questions, Big Law.
Okay.
Not that big step down.
Hey, where you at though? You got to move to the other area, man. You got to move to the other area. I don't want to hit you, man. I want to hit you with it now. You got to move.
I I know. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I say, man, now that Diggs down, do you think cornerback should be a need in the draft? Like, do you think we should pick a cornerback in the first round?
I wouldn't leave that out the evaluation, because now here's the good thing about this. Believe it or not, the good thing is the free agency happens before the draft. So any normal team would go out there and grab a veteran DB. So when you go into the draft, you can just draft BPA. You know, it's kind of like it's set up. See, that's what makes me angry about the Cowboys front office. Don't nobody like to go grocery shopping on an empty stomach, right? The Cowboys continuously going grocery shopping on the empty stomach groove, you know. So what they should do, 305, I didn't save your number in here, but for the 305, what they should do is they should pick up a veteran DB, so when it's time for them to go into this draft, that they can have a clear conscience. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Well, it won't be a necessary need.
Right.
I got you, Big Law. But you know that our Cowboys, man, like he already said, I don't think he's spending no money in free agent, man.
Nah,
he's talking like he ain't gonna spend no money in free agent. That's why I went towards the draft. Towards the draft to see if if that kid, I think he's Will Johnson from Michigan. That's what everybody been talking about.
Yeah.
He probably drops down. See if he drops down because of his injury. Even though he had last year, film was good, but injuries. I don't think he's gonna be able to run this year. I don't think he's gonna be able to run this year in the combine. So he might drop a little bit. Would you consider him off of this film from last year?
You got Will Johnson. You got the other guy from East Carolina. Was it Shavron Revel or something like that? Shavron, yeah. Both of those names I'm looking on this list here. I'm scared. I'm scared, man. I'm scared of injured guys.
We already dealing with injuries.
Yeah, like you go get more injured guys. You know what I'm saying? Like something deep down in my heart, like I knew something. Like I liked LVE, but something deep down in my heart, I was like, don't get him because he got that neck issue. So that's why I was like, no, he ain't gonna be no Brian Urlacher. We better not go get him. And then I don't know if you've been following the channel that long, but sources close to the star told me 2 days prior that if one thing check out, that they were going to draft LVE 1,000%. And I was like, nah, dog. And me, Big Game James, and Computer, we was live, and we said the pick is in and is about to be LVE. We knew before a third of all the Cowboy Nation. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm very, very worried about pre-injured players. You know.
But see, that seemed like Jerry thing, right? Because he feel like he could get a bargain with them doing contract time. Because he feel like, oh, well, I draft you while you were certain nobody was going to draft. I think that's like his bargaining pitch when he go back to draft. Sign those guys.
Yeah.
Because he took the risk. Like, he took the risk on Jalen Smith. I mean, that's his name, right?
Yep, Jalen Smith, Bruce Carter, Sean Lee. Every person that got predated injuries, Shit.
Yeah, a lot of. So before I got out of here, Big Law, by the way, man, I've been listening to you for a long time. Don't tell me that, Big Law.
Okay, my bad. Hey, ain't no killer, but don't push me.
For the 305. For the 305. I listen to my Texas boy. Y'all football boys too. You feel me?
Where's the 305? Where's the 305 at?
Miami.
Oh, Miami. Okay. Yeah.
Miami.
I'm still waiting outside to get in Club Live, man.
Well, you gotta go to the office now, man. Club Live, it's still Live, but the office is where it's at. When you come out here, you gotta go to the office, man.
But that was about 16 years ago. I was trying to get in Club Live, man. And but to be real though, that little part at the bottom, it was jumping though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And that little part, that little part right there, it was jumping. And we was like, well, shoot, bump that club.
Yeah. They done moved the building though. It's a different building now.
Oh, it's a different building. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different building now.
I'm gonna jot your number down, so if I ever had to get away to Miami, I'm gonna hit you up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now, anytime, man. I ain't a rich man, but I ain't broke. That's all I
Hey, that's all. Hey, we all ain't rich, man. We know how to connect and network. You know what I'm saying?
We need those prayers what Jerry been doing. We need those ties.
No doubt, bro.
But before I go, Bill Law, I want to ask you a question about Will McClay. What's
Okay.
the problem with him not becoming like a GM, like for another team? Is it because Jerry holding him back, or Jerry just paying so much money where he don't need to be a GM? And I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for taking my call, Big Law.
No doubt, man. Yeah. True story. Yeah. Club Miami, not Club Miami, but Club Live. Boy, but I'll tell y'all another time. Maybe we had to make it a members only conversation. But the reason why Will McClay is here, he said it. He's here for his son, you know. He's here for his son. So once his son graduate, who is a senior right now, and he said he will relinquish his ties to Dallas or his stronghold to Dallas once his son graduates or what have you and leave. But before I move on a little bit further and tell y'all where he may go, man, we got David off the top rope, you know, and we ain't talking about the David versus Goliath. We talking about David JFK, MLK, you know. He states here, and thank you for your $50 support for the super chat. Passing up on Boise State running back will be like passing up on Randy Moss. Prayers. And I watched Luther a few times. He's kind of short. He can't throw a jump ball to him. Needs big wide receivers. Let's CD team beat. Let me see. Let's see the. Oh, okay. Now you're saying let not CD, but let's see the team beat Tampa Bay and Philly before we get too happy. Hey, I appreciate your support. I appreciate you going beyond your way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate that. So I thank you for that. Let me see if we can get that going. Appreciate you. Thanks so much for your support. I would say this, and I thank you. Have you seen Omarion's tape too, David? No, that's my only rebuttal. And have you seen Ollie Gordon tape, or the Neal's tape, or Judkins tape, or have you seen all of the running backs? Because granted, I like Genty Kid. I think that it would be a storyline made just right for him because he got family right here in the heart of Dallas, right? And I don't want him. I'm greedy. I don't want him to go to Cincinnati. I don't want him to go there. You know, I definitely don't want him to go to Cincinnati. And the way Chase was running in Cincinnati, it looked like they already got their running back. So I can only imagine them having Chase and Genty. And then they give us Zach Moss, and they say, y'all can have Zach Moss, man. Shoot, come on, here you go, Cowboys. I heard y'all crying about y'all didn't get him last year. Here you go, get Zach Moss. So that's how that goes. So I feel you with that. Tricks, thank you for 24 months, level platinum, level 3. Message: after a long debate, I decided that it was a yellow cake. Yeah, it definitely was a yellow cake. Just like red velvet, you know, red velvet might have white icings on the outside, but nobody's gonna call it a white velvet, right? It's a red velvet, you know. So yeah, appreciate you for your support. But to get things going, wait a minute. Yeah. So the Glaze. Y'all crazy. I ain't reading no more comments, man. Angie, you crazy as cat hair. But back to my guy's point from the 305. Will McClay may get offers to be a general manager at the New York Jets office. We don't want that to happen. I'm seeing some people being disrespectful to Will McClay and saying that he's overrated. But you got to understand that how this team was operating and looking before Will McClay entered the building, how we was moving. All right, so I got Donnie from the 909. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's up, Law?
Not
Long
much.
time, man.
Hey, man, it's all good. Talk to me.
Hey, fam, if you remember before the season started, when we were talking about running backs, and I said our RB1 is in next year's draft, I said, but that's for another conversation. But the kid that I like was Ashton Genty. That was back in August.
Wow.
When we had that discussion.
Wow, a long time.
So,
yeah.
I know people keep talking about, we're in the 14th slot right now, and somebody, Law, you just mentioned you hope that he don't go to Cincinnati. Don't worry, Cincinnati's not going to be there. I think the hot spot for the Cowboys, where they're going to end up as far as the draft, is that 11th spot. Mm. Because if you look at the three teams that are ahead of us,
okay,
the Bengals, the Colts, and Miami. Mm-hmm. You look at their schedule compared to our schedule, because I don't think the Cowboys are going to win another game this year. Mm. I hate to say that, but I just think that they can't beat. I don't think they're going to beat Tampa. I'm not saying they can't. I don't think they're going to beat Tampa. I don't think they're going to beat Philly. And that Washington game is going to mean something to the Commanders. They're going to have a lot to play for, where we're not. We're going to be, if we lose this weekend, we're going to be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Mm. So that 11th spot is the sweet spot. And I think that's where the Cowboys are going to end up. Even if they end up at 12, I still think they have a realistic chance to get Genty at that spot.
Genty, yeah. If you ended up at 12, because when I'm looking at Tankathon, they got him falling to the 13th spot. So I'm quite sure that if I'm looking down this list, none of these teams need a running back.
No. No. And that's why I said I think 11 is the spot, because I think they're going to jump the Bengals. You look at their schedule left, I think they're going to jump the Colts. Oh, my goodness. I think they got Jacksonville, Tennessee, and I can't remember somebody else, but it's all garbage teams.
But you know what we always operate like, though, bro, Donnie?
Yeah.
Is that every year of the draft, there's always some crazy sound effects that happen like this.
Yep.
Breaking news. Such and such team moved up to the 7th spot, and the pick is in. Who is it? Austin Genty. You know what I'm saying? It's always some crap like that, and we been sitting here like, oh my. And that's why my guy Outlaw Cowboy on Twitter yesterday, he had made a post about trading back. People were trying to stab him with the butter knife, right? But and then he set him up so good, because he said, keep in mind, we traded back to get Parsons. We didn't trade up to get him, right? So there's always the unknown of the draft. And that's why I sit back. I love the draft, but at the end of the day, I be sitting here like, what in cotton picking world? What are they doing? Just like the year, like the player that was blessed with everything was Matt Ryan. Mm-hmm. You remember that? You remember when they got him?
I do.
They had Julio. They went and got defense. Yes. He was blessed with everything. Yeah. And that's how drafts is sometimes. Some teams be blessed with everything. Yeah.
No, you're right, Law. There's it's so unpredictable. You don't know what teams are going to do. Like you said, trade up, trade back.
Trade up.
But I'm putting my name on it. That 11th spot. I think that's where they're going to end up. That 11th spot.
11th spot. Who you think gonna be the coach though? You see that makes that's the other side of it, you know.
I'm like you. I don't want McCarthy back. I'm not saying that Mike McCarthy is not a great coach, but even when he's winning, look at last week. How many penalties did we have? 14. It's the same old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we're winning, it's the same old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had 5 years of this.
Yeah.
No, I want a new voice in there. I want a fresh voice. I know I heard you earlier. What coaches are out there? I'm not crazy about the Gruden thing. You know, like you said, that thing, that email. I kind of changed my tone on Gruden, but I'm not talking about from a coaching standpoint. I'm just talking about from a personal standpoint. But we need a disciplinary coach, Law. We need someone that's going to say, hey, like that kid that muffed that punt when they were trying to protect him. No, you did wrong.
Yep, done it.
You don't sit.
I feel you.
We need that type of coach.
We do.
We can't baby these guys and I mean they went big time to protect this kid, kept him from the media, and I mean he said, I didn't like what he said, you know, when he when his excuse was, but somebody's got to make plays like that accountable. No, you did wrong, man. So you know what? You sitting next week. Or like Jimmy Johnson. If that would have happened on a Jimmy Johnson team, his bags would have been packed.
But have you ever heard a story like, you know, a man started dating a woman that already got kids and they still young and it's time to discipline that child and that woman say, "Don't you hit my baby." Don't you hit my baby? I believe that's the understanding that all of the coaches have when they sign up with the Cowboys. That's the only thing. I agree because it's spillovers that happen. See, because somebody corrected me, and you know, sometimes it takes me a day to respond because, you know, we do these live shows. They said, well, nah, Law, you know, the Cowboys been undisciplined before 2020. You know what I'm saying? They've been They've been an undisciplined team with Jason Garrett. You know, they've been an undisciplined team with Wade Phillips. So somebody else got to be the root of all of this, and it's Jerry Wayne and them. So Jerry, he's like, what you doing hitting my baby? Don't you hit my baby?
And that's the
I need my baby to be out there now. You know. That's the
problem, man. I think you used the word last week when you said the Cowboys are comfortable. They're comfortable. Brian Barnes says it all the time.
Yeah.
That's why the guy from Philadelphia, I hate mentioning him, but I hate giving him credit, but he knows he has to make moves to keep his job. That's not like that in Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even if they make a bad move.
Yeah.
Even if they make a bad signing. We've seen that over the years.
Yeah.
There's no pressure on them. They're going to keep their jobs.
Yes, indeed. Even my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports, he said, great answer, Law. Baby mama front office balance it like a pro. Because all I can think of is Boss Cowboys with a YouTube video, because, you know, he do the thumbnails. Then he had the baby mama. He had the baby in the hand, had the baby mama with the bonnet on. Talking about, don't you hit my baby. And the baby about 12, 15 years old. Like, that's a grown man now. You need him a whooping.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember if it was you or somebody, another content creator, that had the video where the little boy was underneath the bed and the mom was telling him to come out. She was holding that switch.
Oh, yeah, that was me, man. Yeah. She said, come on out. Come on out.
Man, I could not stop. I almost had an accident, man. I'm driving this bus, and I just could not stop.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But I always appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. Come on, man. I always appreciate you too, man. Appreciate you for calling in, bro. You have a good one, man.
All right, man.
No
All right, take care.
doubt, man. That's Donnie, man. Yeah. Yeah, don't you hit my baby. Yeah. So it's just how it bees, y'all, man. Let me see if I can find that video since he brought that up. Don't hit me. Yeah. Please don't hit me. Yeah, I should have saved that video because that little boy, he was begging for his life up under that bed. But I'm gonna let the next caller on. But y'all get with what's going on with that, and it's sad, but it's true. Yeah. So hold on, let me see. Please don't hit me, mama. I'm gonna see if I can find that thing, boy. Nah, they probably took it off from TikTok. I heard they about to ban TikTok anyway. Yeah. Shout out to TikTok. But let me let the next caller on from the VIP hotline for your mind at 860. What you got? Yellow. VIP. They must have got him. Yeah. For the 928, you're live on the nation, man. What you got, bro?
Did it happen to her, or if it's because of what you said about Karen?
Hello?
Hey, Law, what's up, man?
Yo, what's good with you?
Not much. Hey, so I was thinking it'd be nice to pick up Ashton Genty. But I was thinking, what if we picked up the dude from Mizzou to pair with CD on the other side as a true number one, but to bring back Pollard because we already know how he runs, and the way that Rico's been running, he's that hammer, and Pollard can be that nail, and it gives Dak a few more weapons because I'd rather pick up somebody on the offense side than the defense because if Zim's here next year, we know that he can turn poop into diamonds. So I think that we need some more weapons for Dak because it's hard for him to do anything with the amount that he has right now. He's really got he was just having CD and that's it.
So you with the notion that you go get Luther Burden, right? And then you circle the block. You spin the block again on Tony Pollard. Is Tony Pollard still under contract, or he signed a 1-year deal? I thought he signed a 2 or 3 year deal.
To be honest, I don't know. But even just to get somebody that's got some breakaway speed, because we've seen from Rico that he's running great. It's just that he has no burst. He doesn't break past 13 yards, and if we can use him to do what he's doing, but have somebody that can break away and take it to the house.
They saying that Pollard is on a 3-year contract with the Titans. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You just got to let her go. You know what I'm saying? Got to let her go. You know what I'm saying? I think that you can still find a serviceable running back in this draft. You can probably find you a dynamic one in this draft too. So that's what I would go with, and match up and bring Rico back for a 2 or 3 year contract because he's 26. You want to work that into that degree.
Right.
That's what I would do, But I do like the Luther Burden. What I don't want to do is draft a guy based off of only measurables, right, and not off what the film say. And that's where we can probably get in trouble with, because a lot of people don't like because his height and size. What if he's Steve what's the dude named Steve Smith? What if he's Steve Smith? You know what I'm saying? At that height and size. What if he the next coming Steve Smith? You know what I'm saying? Would you pass up on Steve Smith? And I'm not talking to you because evidently you want him, right? That's how I'm looking at that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, hey, Law, keep doing what you're doing, man. You do a great job, and happy holidays, and God bless, man.
Amen, man. Happy holidays to you, bro. Thank you. Good call from you for the 928. Yeah. I mean, great point, man. But yeah. Brian says, Law, you handling that Tony Pollard comment like a pro. But I just look at it like Tony. Shout out to him and all what he did for the Cowboys. But that's like hollering back at your ex, kind of like what we did with Zeke to a degree. But it's kind of like hollering back at him, like, hey, big head, what's up? Say boo. Hey, we don't need that again. But I got VIP. Zach from the 408, you're live.
Hey, Lon.
What's good with you?
How's it going, man?
Hey, man, all is well, bro.
Yeah, I guess I got, I don't have like too much to say. The only thing I wanted to point out, is that the Cowboys cap room, have you heard about it, what it's going to be like in 2025? I'm sure you probably already know already.
I can look it up, though. The last time I did it, it was like, nah. Let me see if I can find it, though. But go ahead. What you got?
But yeah, I mean, in any case, they're going to have over $100 million in cap room. Now, of course, like, Mike is going to take a little bit of that. But I think the soft rebuild idea, it's like, the thing that frustrates me about it is the fact that Jerry and Stephen continue to just go back and forth on, like, okay, we're gonna get Mike McCarthy back, or wait, no, we're not. We're gonna stick a carrot in front of them and see how they can see how they can turn the season around. It's like, guys, when you make a plan, stick to it and execute it. At this point, I don't care what the plan is. Just find something and stick to it. Yeah. like that's my whole point. Life in general.
That was my whole point of this episode, is like a third of us would be like, okay, just tell us, Jerry, you don't have to play around with it, you and Steven. Just tell people what it is. Just tell them, hey, we bringing back Mike McCarthy. We bringing back Mike Zim. And that would leave out all of this in the dark. It would leave out all of the, I guess, the ambiguities, you know what I'm saying, that they love to use. Yeah. At least it's your team. You the owner. Yeah.
These guys, they'll do this stuff, and honestly, I think that if let's take this in a more philosophical direction. What if they were not as ambiguous, and what if they were just straightforward with us, but then they continue to fail like every week? It's like, all the marketing tactics aside, the result is still the result of what it is. People are starting to see through this facade, and I think a lot of Cowboys fans have lost interest this year because of it. But how much less engagement would they have if they didn't do these marketing stuff? You know what I mean? I feel like that's the only reason why they're doing it, is because they're simply just living it off the 90s because they are incompetent at doing their job. Yeah. And I think they know it.
Yeah, I think they do know it at this point. But I think that the product sells for itself, you know. When you got a good product, you don't need commercials. Like, how many Ferrari commercials you seen, right? You know, it's a good product, you know. So Apple, how many, well, you see a lot of Apple phones or iPhone commercials, but how many Apple in general commercials do you see? You don't see a lot of those things. But for the Cowboys, they love to dangle this carrot right in front of us, and all of this never-ending story could just end just like that if they just sit back, and just be who they are. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to lie to kick it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, here's the thing. I wish that they would just stick a plan. I wish that they would put all this stuff aside. But regardless, the cap room was what I was bringing up earlier. If they're really going to do the soft rebuild thing, the one positive light we have is the cap room in 2025. They're going to have over $100 million to use. In fact, I think it's going to be up to like 120. And that's not even counting what they can do if they restructured if they restructured Dak, if they restructured CD and take some money and move it around. I just don't see any reason why you would have that much cap room and not spend it. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm worried about is if you bring back Mike McCarthy, what is that going to look like? Well, you don't have a disciplinarian coach. Who is going to coach next year is the biggest question. And I think with all of that cap room, go ahead and buy yourself some free agents. But that's the biggest question. Who's going to coach next year?
Who's going to coach? Yeah.
Hope you have a good one, Flo. And enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, Zach, man. And let me know. You gonna still be at Oxnard, or you ain't gonna go? You know.
Thinking about it. If Jerry lowers the price.
Yeah, Jerry got to lower the price, man. You know.
I made a donation to Jerry, in case if anyone doesn't know, $250 donation only for them to play on the other side of the field. That was great.
Yeah. No doubt, man. Right, appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's my guy Zach. He was out there at Oxnard, and he paid literally $255 to be on the other side of the field, while everybody else was on this side of the field. We sitting there like, man, Jerry don't need that money, man. $255, man, JT. That's a lot of money, man. What you got for me, bro? JT.
You can hear me?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, so anyway, about our draft situation, man, I think here's what we need to do. So, obviously, like, the main back in the draft is Jinxie, but he's not going to be available. So I think what we need to do is we need to consider two things. Obviously, the running back and the O-line is our main two needs. And I think in the third round, we need to consider doing like what we did years ago and getting a third rounder like a Terrence Williams, for example. I think we got in the third round, right, Love?
Yeah. Who's more, you said running back and who else?
A running back and some kind of offensive lineman.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Bland tweak his ankle. Are you still comfortable with this DB room? Can you make an argument that DB is just of a need as an offensive line and running back now?
I mean, like, considering the depth, I think it really depends on like what is like the confidence you have in like Diggs and Bland both coming back like to what they were. I guess it would be my question. Like, I think because we have those two guys still on the roster and they've showed the ability to be great, I think really I would have enough confidence to feel like, you know what, if we can just have the trust that they'll stay healthy, we can go and get that kind of corner like later in the draft just for depth purposes. Like, I think honestly, like with the O-line and the running back, like obviously, and as Cowboys fans, we probably said this all year, but like even when Dak was healthy, he did not have a running game. And you're just asking too much of any quarterback to win in this league now without a running game. Like, we desperately need a running game.
Yeah, we definitely need a running game, but I mean, I've seen with my eyes a 40-yard play given up, a 50-yard play, a 15-yard, 28 yards, all within one game almost, and that was because of DB play. So what I'm saying is basically I'm not too confident right now of our DB play if Bland goes down. So I think that we, of course, I can bring back Rico for dog food money. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that he's going to be demanding $15 million or $20 million like that. I think you can get Rico a good deal for $4 to maybe $7 million, APY or something like this, some small little deal, because that will be the angle that I go with that. And I know for sure I got me a back that if things blocked up enough that I can get at least close to 5 yards per tote. And I would go into this draft with that mindset. just like what you're saying, still look at an offensive line running back, but I got to have in mind that I'm going to need a DB as well.
Right.
Because we don't have Diggs. Diggs going to be out until at least past November next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Law, this actually may be kind of a controversial question, but it's something I've been wondering. So, and this is what I don't understand. Like, why does it feel like our fan base has to hit one quarterback against another on the exact same team? Like, I don't understand that. Like, that mindset and that thought of, like, you're pitting Cooper Rush against Dak Prescott, which to me never made sense because they don't play the same, they don't operate the same, like they're not paid the same. Like, I don't understand like why, like when Cooper Rush, like to some fans of ours, like when Cooper Rush has a good game, they take it as an opportunity to just now tear down Dak. Which I never understand it. Like that like self-immolation in a franchise is never good. Like it's very like idiotic and kind of like counterintuitive to just start ripping your franchise quarterback when the backup plays well. Like, first of all, isn't a backup supposed to play well? Like, teams actually invest like decent money in a good backup. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, what's the deal with that?
I mean, the peanut gallery, man. The empty wagon makes a lot of noise, So and they do a lot of repetitive comments and they think that they're right when they haven't been out there to practice or they haven't even been out there to the game or even go to the game and watch the game. And if they watch the game, they would sit back and say, yeah. I had a guy when he was out there at Oxnard, and he finally got a chance. He was saying he looked just like Mark Holmes, man, but he looked at the younger version of Mark Holmes. But he was a Trey Lance super supporter, right? And before on the front end, he was like, Trey can do this. He can walk on water. He can turn water into wine. Trey can't do nothing wrong. But then when he got a chance to absolutely see Trey, he was like, he ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So, but sometimes people who absolutely know football, who play football, they understand it. They get it. But people who just looking for attention, they don't know what they talking about. So that's why they would say, yeah, Trey Lance is better than Dak or Cooper Rush is better than Dak. But Trey nor Cooper Rush believe that they are better than Dak. They got more faith than Trey and Cooper than Cooper and Trey. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, bro. So it's just surface level fans who looking to get, because they ultimately want to win, JT. They want to win, but they don't know how to express it. That's all it is.
Well, yeah, the last thing, Law, before I go, like, all this really does, and this is what I think the fans and all these people have to understand, all this does is really give, like, extra, because listen, we know the main three guys, like LaShawn McCoy and Stephen A and all those people, Joy Taylor to a certain extent, they're all going to hate on Dak regardless. Like, all you do when you do stuff like that and you say stuff like that, you literally just feed, like, what you call the peanut gallery, and literally you just giving them topics that really they're going to have anyway, but now you just gaslit. It's like if you have a fire that's already kind of started and you basically just pour kerosene on it. It's like, well, yeah, it was already kind of started anyway. Now you basically just blaze like crazy. Like, you just don't give haters the opportunity to hate more and feel like they're justified. Like, that's where, like, our players and fans are like, dude, why are you doing this? Like, you just don't be trolls, Law. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that, bro. And I try to be fair and objective with the comments and everything. But yeah, I appreciate you, JT. Thank you, man, for your for calling in and for your support, bro.
Hey, salute to you, Law.
Appreciate you, bro. That's JT, y'all. Yeah, man, and it's sickening to know that we are the largest fan base in the world, but it comes with a price. It comes with, the price of also, by you being the largest fan base in the world, you have the largest uneducated, you have the largest people who haven't watched football, you have the largest people who the need to be right, you have the largest, people who think that they're right, and you got the largest people to think that they doing something, but when they really not. I got 2 super chats from GD, appreciate you, fam. Cowboys wasted 6 games this season with Zeke and this running back by committee, Rico would have been 1,400 yards back this season if given 20 carries a game. That's two things can be true type of conversation. I think that the Cowboys' offensive line done changed since then. I think that when you look at how Brock Hoffman and BB, when they both was in the same lineup, that they more aggressive on their point of attack. I think that we exploding getting off the ball a little bit better. I think that the way and the run design is getting a little bit better and more improving, and they buying into what Solari is doing. On top of that, the last 4 teams we played, they were bottom half of the defense ranking, so they've been ranked 25 on back. So those are things that we have to quantify. Teams do get better down the stretch. One thing that you always look for is run game to improve, and that's in any season. Most of the time, run games get better as the season go by. But yeah, I guess you can look at it from that angle. Rico himself probably matured. You can say whatever you want, but he was in his feelings in that San Fran game. If he wasn't in his feelings, and I know my guy Clarence Hill, he gonna fight for him and say he was sick. I was sick the other day. I was sick. I couldn't move. I couldn't shake hands and kiss babies. I had 104 fever. So ain't no way this dude was back up and ready the same day he had this flu. The same day, unless he had the Rico flu, a new flu strand. I don't know. But if I know for sure, if Ezekiel Elliott was averaging 5.8 or 6 yards per tote in that San Fran game, hell, if Zeke was averaging that, then Rico probably would have averaged 10 yards per carry. I don't know. Maybe we win that game. Maybe that could have been a deciding factor. But by him being in his feelings and saying, hey, I'm sick, I can't play, then hey, we don't know. So some of that's on him. Some of that, but now, hey, when you walk around and you get the applause now, maybe he done matured to the levels of saying that, hey, I'm the man now, And he spoke up, and now he getting the ball. This my way or the highway, right? And $5 super chat from GD. First round, cornerback. Second round, a stud wide receiver. Third round, offensive line. If we can't get Genty, Rico is a good back to give him carries. Yeah, I would say I offer. Look, don't allow the season to be over with. If you want to jump the gun with Rico, offer him now. You know what I'm saying? Before these 3 games, or let's see what he looked like against these last 3 games. And then offer him a contract before everything is said and done. Stephen Jordan says, when you have the biggest fan base, you have to figure out what percentages of them. They are just surface levels. Yeah. He ain't lying. He ain't lying, Stephen Jordan. Appreciate you for your super chat, too. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all for that support. For real. Shebo has the flu. Boy, y'all crazy than cat hair, boy. All right, so I got
The conference has been locked.
I got J-May, and then we have 100 grand, and then we have No Clone Tyrone. J-May from the 774. You in here? What you got?
My man. How you feeling today, brother?
Yeah, man, I'm about 89% today, bro. About 89%.
Right on, man. Keep climbing, brother. That's all you can do, right?
Yes, indeed.
Right on, man. Glad to have you. But like always, just make a quick comment if I can. Like I always like to pick your brain. If I can end with that, it'll be great, man. As far as the draft, man, I really, really hope that we can try, if available, to get a cornerstone offensive lineman. And we all know when we had our best offensive line with Travis Frederick and Zach Martin and Tyron Smith, anybody behind that line can get 1,000 yards rushing. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show you what a real offensive line can do. I mean, you can have the best running back in the league, like the Giants had Saquon, but if you don't have the right offensive line, it's it's meaningless. You know what I mean? So I really hope that we definitely try to get some depth at least at offensive line.
Okay.
And if I can ask you your opinion now, going back to the 2021 draft, if you had a choice to go back, would you stay with the pick that we got with Michael Parsons, or if you had a chance to trade up and get a Penny Sewell, what would I'm just curious, what would your choice be?
I think Slater was there. Rashawn Slater was there. So Penei Sewell was there too. Was he in that draft?
I think he was early.
Before?
I think he was in that. I believe he was in the 2021 draft, but I think he went like around 5 or 6.
Yeah, but I seen Parsons whooped up on both of those boys. So and I get it. Both of those boys are pretty nice for what they do. I still like the outcome for what it is. But they are solid offensive linemen, and no, I wouldn't move up to get them. I wouldn't move up to get offensive linemen.
See, that's a great point. I didn't even think about that. You just said, Michael, he whipped on. He owned both of those players, so I didn't even think about that. But that's just a great point, man.
Yeah, appreciate
that's a great. That's why I ask you these questions, man. So I appreciate you once again, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man, and hey, have a good one, okay, bro?
Always, you too, my man. Thank you so much.
No doubt, man. Yeah, and then no clone Tyrone, then $100,000, right? But yeah. But y'all give it what I'm saying. Like the NFL draft is a crap shot, So I don't know. Yeah, we whooped up on them boys, didn't we? But I do like both of them though, Sewell and Slater and all of those boys. But outside of Parsons doing the podcast, I think y'all like Parsons, man. I see no fault in grabbing one of the most explosive players. Now, where we tried to play him and these sorts of things, that's on coaching staff. When they try to put a 240-pound guy on the edge and expect him to get double teamed and beat that and then get to the quarterback. No, you got to scheme him open. You got to scheme him, and he's not an edge. He's a specialized weapon. He's not an edge rusher. He's a specialized weapon, in my opinion. All right, from the 202 and then $100,000. So from the 202, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's going on, love?
Hey, man,
I watched the Final Word last night, and on the Final Word, y'all said all of y'all highlighted is one thing. Jerry Jones is in every offensive meeting after the game. That does not make sense. You're the owner. You own the team. Why are you in the offensive meetings?
Yeah.
It's like the talent we want to see on the field, we ain't gonna be able to get a chance to see him on the field.
Right.
And so, in actuality, the way I look at this is Jerry got this. It goes back to what I was saying yesterday to you, Law. Jerry got to change. Jerry got to change, and if he don't change, this team ain't gonna change. With the mentality of the team, it's not gonna change. And it's like Jerry buying into because of how we looking ending the season. But we could have started the season off like this. We was doing from the jump coming into the season, not having no offensive line, shuffling around the offensive line, not having a weapon that we need, that Prescott need. They putting too much on Prescott. They putting too much on CD Lamb. They put and Michael Parsons. The way I look at Michael Parsons, he young.
Yeah.
So he needs a veteran. He needs a defensive minded veteran. Whether it's a D tackle, whether it's a middle linebacker, he needs somebody that's a veteran that's gonna get him football ready.
Yeah.
Get him off that podcast.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like this in my mind. I love the Cowboys, but it's not the Cowboys. It's not the Cowboys of old.
Break it down.
It's not the Cowboys of old. The Cowboys of old. We had a consistent run. We always had a consistent running game. We always had a quarterback that stood up right, and we always had an offensive line. That was our focal point. That was the foundation of the Cowboys, having a big offensive line, a nice running game, and a defense that can take the ball away.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I
And
mean,
the thing is with Jerry, and that's just like just I'm gonna use the words of Mike McCarthy, just like anything. When you in the kitchen cooking, bro, and if it's your kitchen, do you allow somebody else in the kitchen with you cooking, Tyrone?
No, I live by myself. So
you live by yourself. Yeah. But yeah. So, but all right. So you having the kickback with the fellas, man, and you on the grill. You manning the grill. That's you.
Yeah,
you don't want nobody else.
The grill.
Yeah, you manning the grill, man. You know what I'm saying? You might have your own specialized chips you put in there to give the nice flavorings and stuff like that. The top secrets that you do to them when you wrap the salmon up, and you know what I'm saying, in the foils and stuff like that. You don't want somebody all over you, man, breathing down your neck saying, hey, man, put a little bit of this, add some paprika here. You know what I'm saying? I got some Himalaya salt. Man, get some salt. Get back, man. Let me cook this, man. Let me cook. You know, that's how you will be. And that's how Jerry Jones always in the way, man. And Jerry, you know what he be doing, bro?
You putting raisins and shit.
Yeah. Put a little squirrel meat on that. Put a little squirrel meat on it. Put a little squirrel meat in it, man. Oh, yeah. Or put a little raisin in the potato salad. You done fool around and fix the whole potato salad for the fam, and all of a sudden, here's Jerry sprinkling some raisins in it and some squirrel meat. Man, come on, man. Get out of here, Jerry. Shit. You right. But that's where we at, bro.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but until it's changed, I mean, we kind of look like we're gonna look like what we look like, Yeah. And it's the same thing as Go Cowboys. It's always gonna be DC.
It's Go Cowboys, man. And I got some people very close that say, hey, until Jerry tastes that dirt, bro.
He gotta taste it.
You gotta taste that dirt, bro.
Right now.
Whoa, wait a minute, man. Don't say it out loud. Say it in your mind. Man, come on, man. Now, something happened. They're going to be looking at Tyrone. Not me, y'all.
No. I ain't saying taste the dirt. I take that back. I don't want him to taste no dirt. Please don't taste no dirt, Jerry. Don't taste no dirt no time soon.
Blink twice if you understand.
What's your point?
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for calling in. Yes,
DZ for life.
DZ for life, man. Shoot. Yeah, Jerry gonna have let Law be gone for another 2 days. Send him back to the lab. Let's put some more computer chips in him. From the 100 grand. What's the plan, dog? What's good?
Hey, man, all these Ricos going on. Hey, man, you better be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. You heard Jay-Z lawyer all out here said, we don't even know who Sean Diddy is. We're like, God damn. I got y'all on the video together, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I wasn't even talking about him, man.
I forgot. Yeah, you on the East Coast too, man. You better, yeah.
I'm talking about Smirk. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Smirk, Young Dorkio. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Little Dirk.
Little Dirk. Oh, yeah. Shoot, I don't got that type of money, man. Man, I don't got the young thug money. Young
you get
thug.
Caught up and said something in the wiretap, you get caught up in that too, man. You gotta be careful.
You ain't lying. Shoot. Man, I don't even know Tyrone. Me and Tyrone not even affiliated. You know what I'm saying? He just said, I just said dirt, and he said, I hope he see it. Yeah. And then they got Frank. I got Frenkel and Frenkel everywhere. They're like, yeah, Law's with the mobs for real. And that video starts off. It starts with the phone call. You know? hey, hold tight for a quick second. Let me tell you how I do it, y'all. Let me tell you how I do it.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett.
Yeah. Yeah, my guy got this. He got the slick back with the ponytail now, you know. let me one more time now.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk
my
to
guy,
Gene Burkett,
he
a 30-year partner. You're not going to.
Y'all don't think I was sweating? I was like, Lord. hey, 100 grand. I was sweating like this until I said, oh, okay, all right. Well, let me wait a few days and see if it don't bounce or not. You know. Check cleared, y'all. So call Frenkel first, you know. Yeah, mob ties. So from here on out, y'all put law mob ties up in here. We got mob ties up in here. So you better be sure that you come full correct when you checking in with law.
Law next to Houston too. They posted the boys right there.
Yeah. Law mob ties. Y'all better watch out, bro. Oh man, jeez. Oh my God. See, man, you get me in trouble every time, man. You get up here. Law MOBs, you know. That's why I'm gone. That's what happened for me the last 2 days. I was going down there getting initiated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sure. I got a brand on me somewhere. Y'all can't see it.
A little part of the mob. El Capitan.
Allegedly. Alleged. You know.
Some people say, yeah.
Oh, that he got you. What? 100. 100. That he got you. Where you at?
Oh man.
I thought I lost you, man. Where you at, bro?
Hey man, I'm muted.
You muted. No, you not. You live.
Man.
You live. We can hear you.
What happened?
We can hear you, bro. That look, the Illuminati done got you, man. The Italian law. Hey, 100 grand. Hey, from the 313, cut it, man. You live, bro. Talk to me, man. They done cut it live, boy. I done talk too much, man.
What's going on, Law?
Nothing much, man.
Hey,
Talk
man,
to me.
the good thing about being at the end of this is that you hit all my main points, man, and like usual, you on top of it, man. I just real couple quick points, man. These last couple weeks, we gonna see, with Rico, what he got going on, going against, some higher ranked defenses, Tampa, Philly. I don't have nothing against it. I just, to steal a line from your boy back in the day, I just feel like it's some meat on the bone you leave out there. I'm looking for somebody with some explosion to bust up, if it's a 15-yard run, can I get 30? Can I get 40? Can I go to the house? And that's just what I don't get. And when I look at him and Genty, that's why I'm like, if you got a chance to get Genty, I feel like you got to do it because it's going to complement what you do with Dak. It's going to help with CD. It's going to, when you get that other number 2 receiver, now, he don't have to be, he got to be good, but he don't have to be the complete, if you know what I mean.
Right.
He needs some size or something, but if you got that running game that's going to offset that and Dak with that play action, that's going to open everything up. So, I think you're right. And you called out my man from, from North Carolina, But the other point you made,
Omarion,
right,
you talking about Omarion Hampton?
Omarion, because I guarantee you, just like you said, somebody gonna jump up. Somebody gonna jump up and grab him at the bottom of the first round. I guarantee it. And these guys that do these scouting, I mean, I'm not minimizing that job, but every year, see, you do a good job. You go deep. You say, hey, you might be able to get this guy second round, third round. We get draft night, they start pulling these guys up because what they do is they just take the familiar names and I'm not talking about just the Cowboys.
Right.
A lot of these clubs do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the real wizardry in the drafting don't start until probably like, the middle of the third round or later, because that's when you really got to know. You got to know what who you're talking about, right?
Right.
I mean, because all those popular names be gone, and then what you stuck with. But I want to ask you one quick question. I know you like Durden. He's a little small for me. What about your guy Trey Harris? That's one of your Mississippi boys.
Oh yeah.
Or Emeka. Look, for me to call Ohio State guy, you know what I mean? For me to call out, because I hate them guys, but they got some ballers in there. For Emeka Ubika out of Ohio State, 6'1", 205, run a 4.3. I think if you put some size, something like, I mean, he ain't gonna be Alvin Harper, but an Alvin Harper type that you put up the size, speed, and you can throw that ball up there. Maybe that's another receiver that you might be able to get in the second round. What you think about that, Law?
Well, most of the times, Mike McCarthy he likes the bigger receivers, right? So that's why it's so important to know who's going to be our head coach. Like
right.
in a perfect world, I don't want us to move too fast because we got to wait. But what if, the Niners get – somebody said this earlier and said, what if like my ultimate dream would be – and me and the twin, we gonna have to do a show. But my ultimate dream would be is for us to get Kyle Shanahan. Right? And I like Kyle Shanahan. And them they can have Mike McCarthy, you know what I'm saying? and we get Kyle Shanahan, that will balance, like the balance of the universe, or some tilt the scale or some crap, will probably work for us, because I get it. A lot of people don't like Kyle. They say he's a choker. He goes to the Super Bowl to choke, but look, let that be us for a chance. Then let us be the team that get to the Super Bowl to choke a little bit here and there. You know what I'm saying? Pause if necessary. But
right.
I think that what can balance this out, if we have the kind of caliber of coach like that, I think that another thing, that the defense, if we had a defense to tilt the scale back into his favor, right, maybe we can win it all. You know what I'm saying? So, now we can go into this draft thinking of ways where we can improve X, Y, and Z things. You see what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
I hear you.
You get me?
I hear you.
But I do like your plan, though,
Yeah. No, I hear you. I guess I'm just trying to get greedy to say, how can we compete out there? Because the last couple of weeks we playing against the bottom of the barrel defensive, and people are like, hey, we line up good, look what we doing, I'm like, yeah, but to your point, Law, look at the defenses we playing against. When you're trying to win a division, when you're trying to win in the playoffs, when you're trying to get to the Super Bowl, you got to have guys that can make plays. You look over there at Detroit, you know what I mean? And you look at listen, Ben Johnson, I'm not saying he's not good, but look, when you got a home run hitter in that backfield, right? When you got two wide receivers that can make plays, when you got a tight end that can make plays, listen, them calls look really good when you go to second, third, and second, third, fourth option, because each of those guys can make plays. Like, look at us. When you get past CD, who can make a play? Isn't that what Michael Irvin said? He said, I can make a play. That's what playmaker said. Yeah, I can make a. Who can make a play on this team? You know what I mean? Who? That's what I'm getting at, Law. I mean, I'm not trying. You know, I think you and I are
but I know, but if in closing though, if you have a head coach that consistently thinks outside of the box to make your plays, make plays, like I'm saying, you put Kyle Shanahan here with a Cavante Turpin, with CeeDee Lamb, he already got the baby version of a Kyle Juszczyk, you know what I'm saying, out of 40 ounce. You got that, you know, that's Hunter Luepke for those who don't know. And you probably still draft a Genty, or you draft a Marion Hampton. Shoot, this team will be set for a good while for them, you know. And then you have a Dak Prescott. Shoot. I love those odds, man, for us, you know, as it relates to that piece. So, but I appreciate you for calling in, Cuddy. Yeah.
I get you. Thanks a lot, Law.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you. I love y'all, boy. I love y'all, boy. Yeah, y'all said that Kyle Shanahan. I mean, where you at, Big Sarge? Where you at, boy? You threw me off. I was trying to get to a point. Big Sarge, you somewhere in the comments said, post it again. Big Sarge said, but Kyle Shanahan chokes in the playoffs. Can somebody tell us what we've been doing what the Cowboys been doing in the playoffs for the last 25 to 27 years? You know? yeah, what the Cowboys been doing. And that's at the divisional round highest, you know what I'm saying? What have we been doing? If he's considering choking in the playoffs, then what are we doing? Then what do we do in the playoffs? All right, I got the last two callers, man. I got JP, and then I got the 206. JP, Trey Lance, #1 fan. What's going on, boy? Yes. Trigger Trey fan.
I'm very upset right now.
Huh?
I'm very upset. Very upset.
Break it down.
Kirk Cousins is going to be benched this weekend, and Penix is going to go out there and play. So eventually, all these rookies are almost playing this year that was drafted from last year. And for us to sit around and wait for Trey Lance to get on the field to show what he can do, this is mind-boggling.
To be fair to you, Penix is older than Trey Lance.
Yes, correct. Now, you are starting Cooper Rush, and he's going to stick it up. These next 3 games right here are top-tier defenses where he's going to play. If it doesn't pan out with Cooper Rush, if we don't get 10 points or 14 points against Tampa Bay, Philly, and Washington, do not bring him back, because that shows you he's been in for 6 to 7 to 8 years as a backup. So he has not. What are we wasting our time for? Are we trying to look for the future, or are we just trying to stay stagnant in one position? It doesn't make any sense. You need to see what this young man can do. If he can if he can play, let him play. And if he can't play, let him go. And then all of us will be like, okay, whatever, cool. Let's move on. Or you want to develop him. Develop him behind Dak. And when it comes to injuries with Dak Prescott, you're going to continue to see more of these injuries. And don't let me write it out for you, because I'm going to write it out for you right now. If these injuries continue to pile over Dak Prescott, we have to bring a quarterback in here that can take a hit, that can run, and that can throw. Now, all these guys that you see playing football right now are guys that can run, and they're guys that will throw the ball. These youngsters that's coming in right now. All these guys are young, and these teams are not scared to take any chances of moving on to the future. And that's what's happening right now, right before your eyes. As you see the next couple of years, they're moving on to the future, and we're still stuck in the past. Like Pac says, we're still stuck in the past. And Jalen Hurts can do the same thing. Trey Lance do the same thing when Jalen Hurts is, run and throw. And if you don't develop him and you continue to play games with Dak Prescott and continue to fool us like you've been doing for the last 30 years, it's going to come back to bite you. That's what it's doing right now. It's biting you. And you're gonna get your ass on the talk show and you're gonna say, oh, you're gonna try to put your case down, lay your case down in front of the jury, which is us, and try to fool us to all your decisions that you done made with Dak Prescott has been legitimate. No, it has not, because the proof is in the pudding. We see this right now. We see this with the injuries. We see this with the contracts. We see this with the allegations. We see this with the drama that's going on at Dallas with Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush. So you're not showing us, you're not giving us hope at all when it comes to quarterback. San Fran moved on. Green Bay moved on. Denver moved on. Baltimore moved on. All of these teams are moved on to a different quarterback. And we're still stuck in the past. I'm not saying that I'm hating on Dak Prescott. I'm not saying that I don't like him. What I'm saying is his injuries continue to pile up. And when that goes on year after year after year, you got to bring in a guy that says, okay, well, I'm capable of taking on this team to the next level also. And that's what we're, give us some hope. That's what I'm asking. Old man, give us some hope. And like old boy said a while back on your show, only thing we might see change maybe is when he takes dirt or when he's deep. But it's all about him right now. Now, I do got to give him some love for grabbing Trey Lance, but don't fool us and put him out there, though. Put him out there to let us play.
So in your eyes, Trey Lance and Jalen Hurts the same person?
It's close, but Trey can run faster than Jalen Hurts, and the accuracy may be there a little bit better. But we need to see his arm talent if he don't want to run. And running the play action. Now, you're going to see this weekend, they're going to try to run the shit out of Rico, and when they run that play action boot to the left, play action right, Cooper Rush is going to look like a damn fool out there trying to do stretch play because he doesn't have the speed to get to the edge, to set his feet, and then make his throw on the run. He did that against Carolina, and it was ugly. He got away with one play over the top in the end zone that he threw that play over the top because they was setting on Rico on the run game, the Panthers was. And he threw that a touchdown to Jefferson in the end zone because they were bid on the play action. Now, if we had Trey Lance running those plays constantly, they will be fooled to shit. They will be fooled all the time with Rico and this new running back we're bringing in for the 2025. When these injuries set up for Dak Prescott, people are going to say, oh, shit, goddamn, where are we going to go to now? I'm not trying to wish no ill harm on Dak Prescott. I love him as a person. He's a good man for the family. He's good commercial. He's a good spokesman. But when it comes to football, when it comes to the young talent or running these plays, you can't continue to sit back in the pocket and throw down the field constantly over and over. You can't continue to do that. This is a young man's game. And that's all I'm saying about that part. Now I want to move on to the defense. Everybody want a cornerback or linebacker. Okay, the first pick should be a running back behind Rico. And then you get your cornerstone. And then you go wide receiver. Because the way I said cornerback, the second pick, we got ate up against that boy from Cincinnati. We got our ass handed to him. And if that was a coach that would have came up and said, Diggs, you got killed. Bland, you got burnt. I mean, these boys got murdered by what's his name? Young, whatever the receiver from Cincinnati. They got chucked. They got their lunch brought to them, bro. And that shit was ugly.
Yeah.
But your second pick need to be a cornerback because Diggs is gonna be November, December, and then linebacker, maybe the third or the fourth. That's all I'm saying.
No
Other than
doubt,
that,
man. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, bro. Thank you, bro.
Hey, Mississippi in the house, Brookhaven in the house. How you feel about all that, Lord? I know I'm talking too much, but how you feel about all that?
I let you vent, man, because none of that gonna happen.
How you feel about all that, though, man? Your point matters.
None of that is going to happen, bro. You know, they moving on from Trey, man. That's what they gonna do, bro. Yeah. It's like me talking to that wall and saying that it's not blue and saying that it's gray or saying that it's red.
Right.
You know, that wall behind me is blue. So, but it's just what it is, bro. I appreciate you for venting, though. I like Trey. You know, Trey, he works out with Jeff Christensen's all off season. That's Pat Mahomes, quarterback trainer. He's a bright kid. Smart, intellectual. On Fridays, I picked up that Trey, Dak, Coach Mike McCarthy, and Cooper Rush, they all go out to eat. Believe it or not, they call it quarterback summits and stuff like that on every Friday during our training camp. So they all go out to the house. They play cards together. They rotate each other. Pause if necessary. They rotate to who gon' pick the restaurant, and that's a good team building thing that Mike McCarthy do with the quarterback. So I do like that. Got a chance to talk to somebody close within the family. And they said that Trey, he picked up the offense. He's gravitated towards Cooper and Dak on learning new things. So, yeah, that's all good. But I don't think that the front office feel the same way. But I appreciate you for calling in, big dog, big homie.
But they happy about Dak, though?
Huh?
I know I got to let you go. You probably need some lunch. But they happy about Dak?
Are they happy about Dak? The front office or Dak in general? I mean,
Dak in general.
Yeah, I think so. Dak is happy about Mike McCarthy. They got a good relationship that they do that with.
Well, how do you feel about Dak?
How I feel about Dak? Well, shoot. It don't matter to me because at the end of the day, he got a $231 million guaranteed contract. He gonna be here to the year of 2029 or something like that. So I just think that how to win with Dak, you put him with run game. You get him a run game. You get him another stud wide receiver from what Playmaker said. Give him another wide receiver to play on the opposite side of CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
You're going to have the run game whether you draft Genty, whether you draft Genty in the first or you draft Amarion Hampton. Those are my two running backs out of this draft.
What about
it's
his
subject
arm?
to change.
Are you happy about his arm strength, his talent? Has it gone away?
Have his arm talent or strength gone away? No, I don't think none of those things. I think that his ability to decipher and read through defenses have increased or improved, by the way. So I think that some of the pieces around him has diminishing rates of return as far as that offensive line. But outside of that, I think that you can win games with Dak Prescott if you have a certain weapons. Is Dak Prescott a type of quarterback that you say he's the end all and be all? Is he that force multiplier? No, I don't say that he's that guy, but I am saying that Dak Prescott is a guy that you can win multitudes of games with if you have run game and if you have those things surrounding him. I think that he will be able to play well up to par, especially if you can block it up front. Huh?
You think Mike coming back, or you want Mike back? Because I don't know if I want him back, but only if Trey Lance come back. That's the only way I want Mike back.
Hey man, if you've been following the show, you know I've been done with Mike. But I would say this though, if Jerry Jones bringing back Mike, what me and Boss Cowboys Sports said on the Final Word last night, they got to see what we've been doing in these last few games with run game. You run the ball, and if you know if that's the winning formula with Cooper Rush, it's a slam dunk winning formula with Dak Prescott, bro. But I appreciate you calling.
Hold on now. Hold on. Let me write this down. Let me write this down before you let me go. So 2000 what? Before you let me go. So to run the ball with Dak Prescott. Let me see what time is it. 12.
Yeah. I've been the most.
217. Where you at?
It's 216 right now. Your time a little bit faster than mine. But I will say this: I've been on record since day one, and there's not a person that's alive or lived or is going to be born that can say that Law changed his mind. I said that I want Dak Prescott to throw the ball anywhere between 24 and 27 attempts throwing the ball. Yeah. And I think that give us the best chances of winning. I think that if we can be a run-first team to open up the passes, that he's one of your better throwers of the ball. I think that Law diminishing rates of return hits heavily on any quarterback, not just Dak, but primarily this particular team when you go on north of 35 to 40 attempts. I think that this is the best way for the Cowboys to win, by the way, is you running the ball to open up the pass.
Once we get to once you get another running back behind Rico in 25.
Well, you got to pay Rico first. So the Cowboys got to do that. And I'm thinking that they should go in this draft and draft ultimately a running back. They shouldn't go into the draft saying that we good with what we got. No. They should go in this draft.
What if you sustain another injury with Dak Prescott in 25?
I mean, that's with anybody. That's with anybody. If Josh Allen get hurt, then what do you think the Bills gonna do? Hurts get hurt. What do you think the Hurts gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what all teams do. Well, if your starting quarterback goes down, there's gonna be a possibility and a chance that your team may not win or your team may not look up to par. Outside of the Steelers, that dude don't know how to lose.
That is a discussion that we're gonna leave that discussion open for 25. If the Lord blesses us with many more days to come to talk about this, we're gonna leave this open, and we can go back to the 12-17 of 24. We can go back and we can say, "Hey, Lord, remember I call you on years down the road." We're gonna leave that door open.
No, you don't have to. I can still remember that. But appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Yeah.
Natchez, Brookhaven in the house, Natchez. I was just down there, and I drove by Natchez, and I saw your folks down there.
Yeah. Now, would you lean forward and would you lean forward just a little bit right here? Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, leave these open. Shit. Where my button at? From the 206, man, you're live.
What's up, Lord? How you doing?
Not much, bro.
Hey, everybody make good points. Before I'm gonna hook you up, Lord, I had talked to Foots last night.
Right.
And you see that, show that picture of that car of me.
Oh, you talking about that car of you. What we got? I don't know if I got it in the roll over here, but what's good?
Well, anyway, so your fan base, that way you, for all your fans and you too, but I'll tell you what I do just part-time, and Foot's gonna tell you, but it's cold-blooded. It's generation wealth. It's easy. So that's what I've been doing. And
make it snappy, because I got a meeting I got to be to at 3:00, and I got to drive there.
Okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just tell. I'm gonna let you talk to Foots. Foots gonna come to the presentation tomorrow at 6. You welcome to come. But you got Foots' number, so I want you to ask Foots what MJ talking about. But
Amway, what you doing, man? What you doing? Selling insurance?
Nah,
what you got?
Do that. I don't do no multi-level marketing.
Multi-level marketing, door to door.
Men lose money. That's what that means. Men lose money. Oh hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Yeah, all right.
But anyway, y'all, get to the football. Check it out. I like what they say, but my main focus, I want some D tackles, a linebacker, and a corner. I want to bring number 2 back. I want to bring number 24 back. And no, he booked it for me. He ordered it back there.
What did you order?
The nuggets and the strawberry smoothie. Yeah.
No charging.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay right here.
Hold on, my face.
Hold on.
Let me get some fries, man. Give me some fries with mine, man.
Look at this. I thought the guy out there did it. I got strawberry smoothie and 10-piece nugget. That's it.
Where my fries, man?
I'm gonna play up here.
Damn, MJ, I gotta go, man. MJ in the damn calling line and everything. Call back tomorrow, MJ. Shoot, you got me hungry and
Goodbye.
stuff. You ordering 10-piece nuggets with a smoothie. MJ, we'll talk to you tomorrow, man. I said make it snappy. This man ordering fries. Let me get the waffle fries and put some and get some onion rings and stuff, man. God dog, MJ. Yeah, man. Hey, y'all, wow, bro. But I got to get on up out of here, man. Large fries, man. You know. Yeah, yes, indeed, man. You can get the sour creams and chives. You know what I'm saying? If he's at Wendy's, give me the sour creams and chives, man. Baked potato, you know. But neither here nor there. This brother done talked there about everything but football. Jeez. All right, man. I got to bounce up out of here like a basketball. I looked at the time, and damn, and I got to split. I got a meeting at 3 o'clock. I got to go run downtown and stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, the collective will be tonight. Be sure to check us out tonight. It will be me and I guess Foots. I'm going to ask Foots what's going on. Dak Attack and John Machota. So we go. We're going to be here talking about some various array of topics. So tune in to Cowboys Collective and let's get it. We got 620 subscribers there. We got to get to 1,000. So y'all be sure to subscribe and check out us on that beautiful day. I done stayed a long time, man, talking to you guys. But I got to get on up out of here.
Give me my theme music.
No doubt. Where my theme music at? We're going to get on up out of here. One love, DC for life. Baby. No, I got to run when I can't give y'all a motivational word. Yeah. Good thing I ain't had to go use the restroom. They be like, Law, you must have got some depends on if you had to go do number 2. Yeah. Yeah.
Wanna run it up, yeah. Kinda check the song.